I have never been so much in love.
Oh my God.
Before. What a difference a true love's made in my life.
This is so long.
That's how the notes go. So
I know, but like,
so right, loving you gave me something new that I never felt, never dreamed of. Something's changed. No, it's not the feeling I had before. Sorry, I have a real special affection for Jeffrey Osborne.
evidently.
So, like, when I was 6, I would run around the house singing Stranger.
Gosh, your poor family. So sorry that they had to contend with such trauma.
Praise the Lord, niggas. Welcome back to another episode of Getting Grown.
Absolutely. We are going to talk about adulting and how much of a terrible scam it is. Jesus Christ.
Fraudulent.
But yes, we're here to talk about adulting. The good, the bad, the ugly, the tests, the trials, the twists, the turns, the temptations, and the taxes of being a real life adult in the year of our Lord 2018 for the next few days. How are you?
I'm well, sis. Coming off of a nice evening. Tristan surprised me and took me to a Maxwell concert.
I saw.
I know you don't. I just don't understand, but I know you don't see it for Maxwell.
I mean, that has nothing to do with the fact that you had a lovely evening.
I know, but I'm still trying to. I thought of you too. I literally thought of you. I was gonna tag you in my story.
I'm so glad that you did not.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. Just pushing on to the end of the year, trying to finish strong.
I know.
That's what it's all about.
You got big things coming this week.
We're excited. I'm grateful because we're probably about 40% terrified and 60% excited. So
okay. That's
we're leaning in the right direction.
I like that.
We're leaning in the right direction. I'm super psyched.
Ooh,
because
very DC of you. Wow.
No, I said psyched, not sized.
Okay.
I'm very excited about the Women of Color and Community Brunch that we will be hosting thanks to our sponsors, Verizon, Camp Space, and the Loudspeakers Network.
Money!
We are going to have an amazing time. I've been staying really close to my caterer and my event designer.
So exciting.
And we're going to have wonderful, beautiful ambiance. We're going to have our customary Team Type and Fast event playlist that will be shared. Attendees can expect to receive the syllabus tomorrow, or actually today by the time this airs. And the panelist is awesome. The food's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great, great time. And I'm looking
The
forward
host
to
is
it.
awesome.
Oh, right. The host will be Jade. She will not be singing as documented in her contract.
That's what you thought.
Oh my God. I will sue you for breach.
Would
It's
you?
fine. It's okay. We're going to have an awesome time. We're going to play Black Girl Card Revoked.
Cannot wait.
It's going to be a wang dang doodle. So come, ladies, and I'm excited. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be good. I'm really sorry that I was unable to release any more tickets. It's a very intimate setting. We're hoping that, we're going to be talking about some really real things. So we didn't want to make the event too huge. And we don't want we don't want guests to be all sitting on top of each other. But we want to make it beautiful, and we're praying and hoping that it will be, and it's going to be good. So shout out to everybody who sent words of encouragement and support. Shout out to everyone who shares in my excitement. It's gonna be dope. God's not gonna play me. He's not.
And we cannot. He already has not. It is already successful, and it's gonna be. It's gonna be wonderful. Tickets are done, so you know what I'm saying. You got all the logistics. Like, it's happening. It's happening.
It's happening. It's totally happening, and I'm grateful. And hopefully, this will be the start of something great for Getting Grown, for Team Typing Fast, for Jade and myself. We're out here trying to do good work. That's what we're doing.
Word. I'm super excited. Keia makes me be something.
Oh, girl.
But
you about to be on. You just told me that you got interviews and things. We about to be able to watch you and your family on the interwebs. Don't tell me. Don't do this.
Oh,
we're not doing this.
I already told you.
We're not doing this.
That.
Yeah. We're not doing this, though. So moving right along. Right along. Let's scurry on.
Let's get into some trash. My kind of carrying on.
Okay.
So, trash, full as always. First and foremost, Cardi and Offset.
Dunzo. I'm glad about it. Woo! I should not celebrate the breakdown of a family, but I have been saying for a long time that I felt like my little sister Cardi has been in an unhealthy situation.
I felt the same way, and I actually was very, very relieved by her, just by her response. Even I feel like you don't have to put anything out there for these niggas, but I guess if you're going to, that's your business. But I was very pleased with how calm she was, and she seemed like she had a peace about herself.
Absolutely.
And I was like, there is nothing like, she has gone through the tumultuous times, and she is now just tired. And
when you have enough, when you have had enough, you have had enough, and you don't have to make a big deal. I was going to say myration. That's my grandma's word. She says, you don't have to make a big myration. I'm so old. Which essentially means you don't have to do this grand, Angela Bassett burn the car up moment, even though there are instances when that manner of reaction is warranted.
Yeah.
But when you get to a place where you real secure and you're going to be all right anyway,
listen,
it's like, you know what? I have reached a decision.
I think Cardi looked up and said, you know what? I'm very rich.
Listen,
I'm
wealthy.
Very rich right now.
And I really feel like she was like, why am I continuing to put myself through this trauma?
She's like, I was offered a tour with Bruno Mars.
I
did a collaboration with Maroon 5. I am just popping right now. Like
I've got 5 Grammy nominations. I'm raising my daughter. I'm buying my mother a beautiful home. So like what?
Did you see the video of her in the courtroom the day she found out about the nominations? She was like, how many?
She's so good. I just feel like, it's just a level of a self-awareness.
Yeah.
I'm praying that this level of I'm praying this is what it is, because we don't know, because we've not spoken to Cardi. But it's my prayer that she has reached a place in her adulting where she was like, I don't have to take this. I do not. I do not have to take this. I'm going home. Thank you, Steve Urkel, for these words of wisdom. But so I just really, it's just kind of like, woo, yes, girl.
I'm not going to lie and say I wasn't a bit sad. And it's not because I thought it was going to work out. I know that's terrible. But it is because I just don't like going through this while your baby's 5 months old. You know what I'm saying? And you've been so public with your relationship. Mommy and Daddy Shark and his and her Lambos. And you know what I'm saying? I'm putting this nigga's name in verses. And he's on my album. And he is on my hooks. And just this very public thing. And I just had this baby with this man. And she also made a statement recently where she was like, in a Cardi statement, where she was like, do you really think this is because people tried to accuse them of this being a publicity stunt and the divorce being a publicity stunt and the relationship being a publicity stunt? She's like, you really think that I'm about to do a publicity stunt to the point where I let a nigga get me pregnant? Like, what's wrong with y'all? And I have to agree with her. Like, there comes a point in time where you have to let humans be humans. But I felt bad for the way that things happened, the embarrassment, the humiliation of just... she's gone through that constantly, and I know she said before the heart wants what it wants, and she was able to deal with it to a certain extent. But, I just don't wish it on anybody to be going through a divorce with a 5-month-old baby.
No, I'm not at all celebrating.
Oh, no, I know
that. I just think that
we
have all reaching a point. Well,
yes.
I don't want to say we have all, but I know I have reached a point in my adulting where it was like I owned all of the mistakes that I made and realized that even despite those errors and missteps in the past way, I still deserve nice things like peace of mind.
Yes.
So
and not having like, you know what I'm saying? Like just the fact that this nigga had you were sloppy. You were so sloppy.
Not even sloppy. It was not even sloppy because I just feel like it was indifference because the fact that in the post where Cardi announced it, he still was in the comments failing to take responsibility and ownership. Won. This is what I'm saying. Sir? So I think he just proved, if nothing else, he proved that Cardi is making, like she's heading in the direction of making, you know what I'm saying? She's making better choices. And it's not about, this doesn't mean that she's never going to make a mistake again from this point. But I have a relationship in my mind. I'm thinking about a specific experience that I had in my mind where I too reached a point where I was like, you know what? This ends today.
Oh, absolutely. And it is the most refreshing feeling in the world.
And you know what? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes with it, I can handle it. Me and mine are going to be all right. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm, whatever emotion and grief that will come, will come, and I'm going to get through that too, but I'm good. And I got other things to focus on. And, I don't fault Cardi. I've definitely been Cardi's age and done stupid things. The difference between me and Cardi was that niggas wasn't on the Shade Room commenting about my life.
That's it.
And that's it. So I don't judge. It's not a judgment. When I say I'm glad about it, I'm celebrating this milestone.
Oh, absolutely. No,
I feel like it's a milestone. We just celebrate, we make better choices. When you know better, you do better. And I feel like sometimes you got to learn things the hard way. When you learn, it's a lesson you'll never forget.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm right there with you. My initial feelings were kind of sad. You know what I'm saying? I was like...
And I feel like that's fair because divorce is not something that you celebrate. At least as far as I'm concerned. Even in the most unhealthy relationships and situations, because it's really like a death. It's a death of a relationship that was intended to be forever.
And she clearly loved that boy. So,
and I can't judge her there because I have definitely loved the wrong people.
Oh yes,
definitely loved niggas I had no business loving.
Loved his skid mark draws. She did, but we are glad to see that she's got some freedom and that she seems to have a peace over her life, and she, she's being herself. She's making her, even in her videos, just the little candid things that you're seeing are like, okay, that's the Cardi we love. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she wasn't herself for some time. So that's that. But in happy news, was Happy skeptical? I don't know if this is real or not, but I believe that Lauren London may have gotten married to Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
In a video, he was shouting her out for her birthday, and he was like, "This lady right here, this is my rider," like the da da da. And she was like, "Yo, what?" And he was like, "My wife." And we all know that Lauren London moves like the G in lasagna. So, she
and
may
bologna.
Have and bologna. So she may have very well gotten married to Nipsey Hussle. They have a child together. They seem to fit together like two puzzle pieces.
If Lauren like it, then I love it.
Right. She loves herself a nigga. So
listen, I say flourish and continue in your secrecy, sis. I am not making you move like Beyonce. I'm not mad at it. Speaking of Beyonce, you don't have to announce everything.
No, you don't. And we have never seen Lauren London's child, and feel like we might never will until that child maybe he's graduating from high school, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I understand needing your privacy.
Absolutely.
Beyonce was hired, okay? When do we hardly ever say that? To perform at pre-wedding festivities in India for the richest family.
Well, amen.
So she was hired for the pre-wedding festivities. I personally, so of course, so we had to, you know how niggas do. Of course, we're not gonna ask her how much she pays for her rent, but we're gonna, niggas they're gonna try to figure out what's what. So our homegirl asked me, how much you think they paid her for that? She was like, 'cause I think bare minimum $2 million. I said, I looked up an article that said that Beyonce was paid $2 million back in 2010 or 2013, one of those two. I was like, that she cost bare minimum $10 million, I think.
That's beautiful.
I don't know, but
worth every penny.
That's literally a number that I made up. Do not run with that. Do not post that as facts. I'm just saying, and I think that those people spent a smooth $20 million.
And if they can afford it, then...
by all means, if I could hire Beyonce for my pre-wedding festivities.
L'chaim.
She can't come to my wedding because she's going to look better than me. But my pre-wedding festivities, please. I wish. Chrissy Teigen apparently faced a lot of ridicule on the internet recently because there was a video of her posted with her making kimchi and she was mixing it with her hands.
Who is this?
Chrissy Teigen. So, Hot 97 posted and they're like, oh, the internet's going crazy. Chrissy Teigen's cooking with her hands. They're saying she's gross. What do you say? I say it's a lot of niggas who can't cook. That's what I say.
I mean, is this really a thing?
People are making it a thing that this lady was mixing food with her hands. There are certain things that you have to cook, and you got to get in there with your hands. And did your mother not teach you all about washing with hot water and soap?
Oh, you know.
Are you all using gloves at home and tongs and all kinds of things to mix like meat? And I'm sure you're not making kimchi, but like heavy items. Please, fuck out of here. Have you all ever made bread? This is how I know niggas can't cook.
Well, we just live in a generation when these children have been raised on Easy Mac. They don't know.
You're right. They've been raised on Easy Mac and they have opinions about everything. And half the time it's wrong. So
they don't know. These babies they're so full of MSG that they can't make. They're not clear-headed or rational. God bless
sodium.
them.
You're right. The prefrontal cortex is not going to develop either because all of that MSG.
Their pantries look like Boosie's.
Oh, all of the yellow and orange.
Red dye 50 just flowing through their veins. Help the children.
I bleed Sunny D.
A mess.
Apparently there is a debate on the internet right now because somebody by the name of Jacquees, I don't know.
I think it's pronounced Jacquees, but I had heard about this.
Jacquees. I don't know. Whatever.
Because I didn't know who that young man prior to watching him. I didn't know who he was prior to watching the Soul Train Awards in St. Lucia a couple weeks ago.
Still don't know who he is.
They had to tell me who he was. He was out there singing something and he had on a velvet jacket.
Oh, God, I know he was hot.
But he had, I don't know, child, some little, he looked like one of the monkeys from The Wiz. Bless his heart. But, he seemed like a nice young man. Evidently, he was on the internet today talking big things about stuff that he has no knowledge of. Such as R&B. So the thing is, I saw a post by a very brilliant, comedian by the name of Kevon Carter. He specializes in like videos on Instagram that are largely about like church humor.
Okay.
But he's a musician and he made a video that really gave me everything that I needed. So as we know, this little boy been on the internet talking about he the king of R&B. Oh. Which has just riled all the black people up. And they're having debates. Right. But everyone's having debates about who is actually, is it Jacquees? Whatever. If he's not, then who is? All of that to say. But Kevon made a video basically, what's the little boy name? He was on the internet singing I See Us in the Park.
Holding us on. Yeah.
So he's singing a cappella, right? So Kevon is a side-by-side. Kevon is playing with him, like accompanying him on the keyboard.
I love it.
Right, but there's a part where Jacquees changes keys. Like he starts singing in one key and ends up singing in another one, but it's not like
he's me.
Right. So so he starts off like, come on, the king of R&B getting ready to bless us with this selection. And he starts playing. And then as he sings all over the scale, right, in 3 different keys in a matter of about 30 seconds, Kevon is like, oh, king, what happened? Right. So it really just, it's brilliant. Because it really just is like, you see what happens? This is why we should not make claims on the internet that we are not able to substantiate. Because you cannot be the king of R&B if you cannot remain in the key that you started in. Especially on a classic Stevie Wonder song.
Sir, I could kill you for that,
knocks
honestly.
me off my feet. Knocks me off my feet. You don't do that. You don't do that. Not Stephen Hardaway.
No.
You don't do that.
No.
But listen, we don't have to worry about things. You know what I'm saying? Real shade throws itself. It was just a very seamless read. Because it really provides documentation as to why any claims that this person is the king of anything other than velvet jackets,
ribs and barbecue.
It's just like, are completely unfounded. And I just thought it was amazing. So bless his heart. I mean, he's young. We all say stupid things when we're young.
Yeah, I never said anything that stupid though.
Right. I'm gonna try to give him some grace. But the proof is in the pudding, young man. It is.
Well, the internet's responses have been pure gold, as the internet loves to do. They have posted David from Real World New Orleans, come on, be my baby tonight, said he's said he was the king of R&B. It has been all types of responses.
Come on, be my baby tonight.
But I'm real irritated by whoever. You know what? This young man's name is Jack. I'm not calling him nothing else because I'm not wasting no more syllables on him.
He was in the news recently. I feel like not the news. He was on the internet recently. Because evidently his mother got married and he gifted her with $100K at the reception, which I thought was nice.
I mean, that's cute.
But
your name's still Jack.
Your name is still Jacquez, and you cannot, you don't have pitch.
I will not use more than one syllable on somebody who makes such grotesque and grandiose claims.
Inflammatory. That's what they are.
Please. That's like me saying that I'm up on the same caliber as Anita Baker. What is that? What are y'all even talking about right now? Like, I sing every week out of pure joy. That doesn't mean that it's good.
And I'm not gonna say that. I mean, he's probably had some level of success, which is great, and I celebrate that. But you don't go out.
He's been on the Shade Room. I haven't.
But he hasn't been here long enough to be the king of anything. This whole entry level album he got, girl, sit down, be seated in the presence of the Lord. Come on,
EP out of here.
An equivalent of a mixtape. You got a Vivo channel. Get somewhere and sit down. Are you kidding me?
Sir, you and your YouTube need to just scram.
This is what I'm saying. The young kids, the young children sensationalize.
They're dumb.
They sensationalize everything.
Yeah, they're just dumb.
Ain't no elevators, B. You got to take the steps.
Yeah, and the keys.
Right. The right ones. The correct keys.
The proper. If you're going to make an album, come on now.
It was a mess.
A Power Cast member was killed on site.
I saw that. That's really sad.
He was hit by a car, a 60-year-old man.
My Lord.
Peace and blessings to his family, because that's actually terrible. So I just wanted to make sure I said that. And then Gabrielle Union. She is a new mom, and she is just gushing over her child and very excited. I don't think we really talked about all of what she was getting on the internet from kissing her baby in the mouth. People need to just really stop offering opinions. I just, those kind of things are like a by choice situation. You know what I'm saying? There are people I know who do it. There are people I know who don't. But it's your baby.
I think there we're learning, and I'm learning as well. There's a difference between opinion and judgment, right? Mm-hmm. It's okay to have opinions about things, but it's different entirely if you are suggestive or instructive in the way you talk about something. So I had a conversation.
As sensitive as people's families.
Exactly. I feel like being a public figure of any sort, you do open yourself up to scrutiny. People are going to have opinions about what you say and do. But it's one thing for me to say, like, I don't agree. Like, I don't agree with kissing a baby in the mouth, or I don't agree with whatever. People who let their dog sleep in the bed with them. I could say that, but I don't agree with it. But it's another thing entirely to say, that's gross, that's stupid. Who does that? She's dumb. Like,
or comment and be like, you might want to stop letting your dog sleep in the bed with you because, like,
right. Like, I'm aware. Like, I feel like I'm aware that I'm fully judging that young man, Jacquees. I'm fully, and I'm okay with judging him. And I'm okay with telling him that he should get somewhere and sit down.
Yeah.
Because, that's how I feel. That's my opinion, but I'm also okay with judging him. But there are other, this is a case where it's okay if you feel like you're not gonna kiss your child in the mouth, that's your business. But I do feel like the internet has a terrible habit of telling people how to live their lives.
Yeah,
and I don't feel like that's fair.
I know it's out of usually it's out of concern or people have, but it's weird, guys. It's weird. Like, don't tell people what they should and shouldn't be doing with their families.
Like, if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Or don't, have your opinions. Or I feel like we make our opinions public in ways that I don't feel like are all the time necessary. Like, there are things that are kitchen table talk, right? So it's like, I can come home and tell my mother, like, oh, girl, could you imagine? Blah, 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 blah,
right.
blah. But I don't really, it would be entirely different if I took to, that would be the equivalent. When you make a comment like that would be the equivalent of me walking up to Gabrielle Union and saying, yes, that's dumb. Don't do that. Blah, 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 blah. I can have my opinion about it and talk amongst myself, my circle of friends about it. But if it's not something that I would feel comfortable saying to her face, I should not feel comfortable posting a comment on the internet that reflects something like that.
Amen. Ooh, yeah. Say that again. Ooh, that's how niggas need to live. If you're not going to say it to somebody's face, don't say it, period. But there are people who would say it to your face. You shouldn't be holding your baby like that. You shouldn't be blah, blah, blah.
Especially when it comes to issues like parenting and marriage. And
let me tell you something. When I see white babies in the street and they don't have no hat on or no socks, hell yeah, I talk shit. Me and Tristan talk big shit to each other
every day.
Like, why that baby don't have no hat on, nigga? It's 35 degrees out here. Like, what is life
to myself
right now?
And I can say to myself, she knows she need to put a hat on that baby's head.
That's it.
But I'm not going to approach this woman and say, where is your child's hat?
Right.
Because
what?
What
does that have to do with me?
Exactly. Exactly. I just wish that we would get, and I mean, it's something we all learning, and I'm guilty as well, so I'm not judging. But I just feel like we just got to do better when it comes to that.
Do better.
Do better.
Do better.
Hashtag do better.
And then lastly, which is, still nigga ass news, but it's positive. There is a picture posted of Puma, Caesar, Teddy, and Sassy from Black Ink Crew.
I saw that.
And if you watch Black Ink Crew the way that Keia and I do, and I have been since the beginning, you remember Puma and Sassy from the first season, and there was a very large beef, which was a very real beef. Niggas was fighting outside the Western Beef in the meatpacking district, and it was on men. It was champagne bottles. It was like it was a squabble. So, it led to some real drama between the groups, and then there was another tattoo shop open. It was like a whole situation. So it's big that they were able to squash their beef publicly, because it was a very public falling out as well. So I thought that was a very nice Black moment in social media history. And that is how we're gonna wrap up the trash with some good old Black positivity.
Amen.
Let's move on to a few shout outs.
My sister's popping right now.
So I have a couple shout outs this week. We have a couple shout outs this week. And like Keia and I said, why have this platform if we're not able to big up the loved ones in the community? And so I'd love to shout out a new doctor
Hey.
My good sis, Dr. NERISSA SNYDER, aka
Go forth.
Love.
Team typing fast.
Team typing super fast. She was actually at our first anniversary show.
Hey.
Love and I have been friends now. I want somewhere between 10 and 12 years. And she has just been there through so many different moments for me, and I am just so elated and proud to shout her out. Like, nigga, I got a couple of doctors in my circle. That's crazy.
Listen, welcome to the squad. You know,
yes, I get to mingle with the smarts.
The work starts now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a club, man. It's a club that we're honored to be a part of. It's a blessing. And I'm really excited for Dr. Love.
Yes, Dr. Love. Dr. Love.
Absolutely.
I can't wait for you guys to meet. I definitely want you all to link, but I wanted to shout her out. I think that's such a huge accomplishment. She's been in school as long as I've known her. Same Miss Keia.
That's right.
And I told her today, I said the same thing I told Keia. You ain't got no more school, sis. Like, that's it. You know what this heifer told me? Well, I was thinking of going over to the community college across the street to take some Spanish classes. I said, you need to sit your ass down somewhere.
Well, you know, we can't help ourselves.
So she's like, I do need to sit my ass down somewhere since my program starts next year. I said, absolutely. Please take a little bit of time to enjoy the fact that you have a PhD. You are a doctor. An EDD is what she has.
An EDD, a doctor of education.
Doctor of education. She did her dissertation on Black boys and Black men in America.
Oh boy.
She's very big on
necessary work.
Oh, absolutely. She's very big on social justice for people of color, especially Black women, Black girls, Black boys, and Black men. And so that's what she did. Yeah, that's what she did. Defended her dissertation on, and I'm very proud of her. She defended it today.
Congrats!
And then I have another shout out. Okay, so we have spoken very publicly about how I hate the gym.
Oh boy.
I've been going. I've been working out with a trainer. Another very long time friend. This one I've been friends with since I was 13 years old. And he is a certified nutrition specialist and physical trainer, or however you say that. He has been training me and has been working my ass out. I've just been able to start walking after 2 days of being in complete pain. And I know that's because those muscles haven't been worked, but I can already tell from what we've been doing that I can see results, that I'm going to see results from what is happening. So I'll be sure to put all of his information in the description box. If you are in the New York City area, especially Brooklyn, he offers fitness plans. He is a personal trainer, and so you can work it out with him. But I'm going to put all of the information in the description box. He's currently working on building a fitness boot camp and developing a meal Bible that includes food do's and don'ts, because he doesn't believe in dieting, recipes, and meal prep hacks. So I'm super proud of him. This is Cedric, also known as Kelley, and I will. Yeah,
have I met him?
You've been in the same space as him. I don't know if you've.
The name sounds familiar. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, maybe so then. But he also happened to be the uncle on the grill at Noah's 5th birthday party. So, but yeah, that's the homie. That's my brother, and I'm really, really proud of him. So again, if you're looking for somebody to train you in the New York City area, make sure you check out the link, check out the information in the description box, and hit him up, please, because I'm working out with him now, so I can attest that this shit is no easy feat, but it will work for you. And that is our shout outs this week.
It's going to take a special kind of person to train me, because I am an exceptional kind of lazy.
Sis, I definitely have told him no on a number of occasions.
It's not even, I don't know. It's just, I feel like you got to get me started. If you get me in a rhythm, I'll definitely go, because I get in a rhythm, but the rhythm is the hard part, especially with my travel schedule now. But I'm hoping that in the future,
I will say he gives me, so we do circuit training. So he'll do like 3 or 4 different workouts, like 3 or 4 different workouts, and or we'll have like 4 circuits with 3 different workouts in each one, and we're doing those in a rotation. And so it goes quickly, but it's super effective. But it's better than like running on the treadmill or getting on the elliptical machine, which I absolutely loathe. I feel like a gerbil. So yeah, I'm excited. You know, you go to the gym on your own. I don't. So I needed some kind of motivation to try to get my heart in order. We're getting older and we got to take care of ourselves. So
True that.
make sure you guys check him out at AiseColdFitness. And let's go on and get into our kitchen table talk.
Let's do it.
This week's episode is brought to you by Teami. The Teami Blends Detox Mask is the perfect mask for all skin types, helping to eliminate blemishes, improve overall complexion, and moisturize your skin from the inside out. So I used the mask on my face in addition to my pore mask, and I don't have no pores. My blemishes are like going away. When I have little pesky ones that may pop up, I don't have too many problems, but when I have little ones that pop up, I'll put the mask on them. It feels amazing on my skin. My skin tingles. It has lemongrass and it's got all kinds of things in it. So it's great. And then I put it on my little pesky pimples. It's wonderful. So there's a lot of skincare products out there that look cool, but they never actually work. The detox mask is the perfect mask to add to your routine because it works regardless of your skin type. Keia is, I think she's got a drier skin type. I have a more oily, and it works for the both of us. The detox mask is all natural and made with a blend of ingredients like matcha tea, bentonite clay, and lemongrass. So it feels great and smells like a spa. You want to talk about what to get somebody for the holidays. It's easy to use. Simply leave the mask on for 10 minutes and feel your skin tingling while the mask works its magic. Once it dries, wash off the mask to reveal clean, hydrated, happy skin. You can even use it as a spot treatment, like I said, and leave it on overnight if you're dealing with a few pesky pimples. So go to TeamiBlends.com and add the detox mask to your beauty routine today and use the code GROWN25 for 25% off all orders of $24.99 and up. That's TeamiBlends.com, code GROWN25.
Today's episode is also brought to you by Bumble. It's tough to make new friends as an adult. How are you supposed to seek out meaningful platonic relationships as an adult when you spend most of your time behind a desk? That's where Bumble BFF comes in. While Bumble began as a woman-first dating app, it now includes a friend-finding mode called Bumble BFF. You can find a kindred spirit to join you at the yoga workshop or a fellow 90s sitcom fanatic who's down for a Netflix marathon. No matter your life situation, Bumble BFF helps you create the support system that you need. Expand your crew, find friends who love the same things you do, and shake up your routine with Bumble BFF. To use it, download Bumble on iOS or Android and switch to the BFF mode within the app. Then you fill out a profile to let your future besties know what you're all about. So we talk about this all the time about how you find your friends by doing things that you love to do. Bumble is a great way to facilitate that. Get what you need.
Absolutely.
You can find the app on your, like I said, iPhone or Android, fill out your profile, and that's it. Pretty soon, you'll start to attract the people that are meant to be around you. To learn more about the app, head to bumble.com/grown. That's BUMBLE.com/grown. All right. It's time to gather around the kitchen table for another edition of Kitchen Table Talk. And today we will be talking about, getting old and how our wants and desires change as we find ourselves in this in-between space, right? So we're aging out of certain things that used to be common and conventional for us, but we're not quite in the phase of our
golden years.
I don't aunties. I was like, so like we are kind of like the JV aunties. We're junior varsity aunties. Right?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one.
We're JV. So we may get put into the game, should we be ahead by a large margin in points. But we're JV. We're still in training. So we're not quite, true aunties, but we're like JV. So, and the holidays are coming up. So it can be challenging for us to to think about things that would be useful and pertinent to our lives and our needs and conditions. So we thought that we would have a conversation about what it means to be a JV auntie and how you might shop for the JV aunties in your life.
I love it.
This holiday season.
So I wanted to have this conversation. I called Keia up earlier and I was like, so I'm in this weird space, right? Because I'm not old by any means, but I'm not in my 20s. And I'm having a hard time sometimes like shopping or, you know, just things like that. I'm having a hard time shopping. And I was talking to our sis Nikki, and she was like, I feel the same way. I said, you know, I needed to run out and find something to put on to go out. And so I'm, you know, running in Zara, I'm running this way. First of all, besides the music being at like the loudest levels that they possibly can be.
Because you already know I'm getting ready to say something. Because I cannot even concentrate. And I'm really trying not to be like that, because I feel like that's the varsity auntie move when you actually go to the manager and say something. But
that might be.
But I'm really trying not to. Move. Yes, I'm really trying to not go there. But I would venture to say that the last 3 times that I went into Zara, I have been overwhelmed by the noise and as such have cut my shopping experience short.
Oh, I was literally like a hamster in a maze who knew exactly where they were going. I ran in that store, and before I could even think and had gone up to the second level, I said, I cannot think right now, and raced right back out. I know it looked like I stole something the way that I ran in and out of that store.
Me and Cortez, when we were in New York for the Friends on Live.
Uh-huh.
I think it was before like the Team Typing Fest, even in August. Cortez and I went into, we were in Union Square, and we went to Zara, we went to Topshop, we went to H&M, and we were in Zara downstairs in the men's section because Cortez was looking for something to wear. And at one point, I looked at him. We were talking, and I looked at him and I was like, "You realize that we are yelling at one another?"
Yeah.
Because we cannot hear,
right?
Like because the music is at day party amplifications. Like, why are we?
Like, why do we have alcohol
in our
hands?
You would think that we were carrying mimosa and like, you know, in a happy hour kind of situation or a brunch situation. But no, we are literally just trying to shop, and we cannot do that because the music is like club level sound systems. But yes.
It is frustrating, but aside from that, a lot of the like, you know, they're bringing back this 90s style, and there's like, they're like, you know, I'm like 30, it's 30 plus. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting ready to put on a baby doll dress with spaghetti straps and a t-shirt underneath.
The crop top,
a choker. I cannot wear a crop top. I had a kid.
They're dressed like Blossom and Six, dressed up like Lisa Simpson, child, and I just be looking at them, and they think that they are fashion innovators, and I'm like, I want you to know that I look like this in the 7th grade.
Right.
But God bless you.
Right.
God bless your heart.
Right. And I look foolish wearing this now. I cannot wear the same thing that I wore in 7th grade. Whether it fits or not, I look like an asshole. And so
I'm just uncomfortable. Or I just would rather not wear pigtails.
Right.
Because I would rather not do that. Like, if, you know, I just feel like I'm a woman of a particular age, and I would rather not do that. So that being said, people surround us, you know, they might think that, you know, since we're trendy, fashion forward, current people, that we might subscribe to the current trends.
No.
But we're here to tell you that that's not the case. And there are other
to what I like and what's comfortable.
Absolutely. There are other gifts and things that we may appreciate given our age and stage in life.
So then I told you all briefly earlier in the show that Tristan took me to the Maxwell show. And I went in there. And it was Auntie City, which I knew as soon as he told me that's where we were going. I was like, we get to look at Auntie outfits. I cannot wait.
Yes, honey. Fanny packs and Figaro chains.
Fanny packs, Figaro chains, herringbone chains, real
rings on every finger.
Rings on every finger. Flashing Bluetooth. It looked
yes,
like
flashing
it
Bluetooth.
Looked like a Christmas tree.
Or the what's the thing that they wear around their necks?
What? Not life alert.
No. It's like a Bluetooth, but it's not. Like you wear it around your neck.
Oh no, I don't know what that is.
Oh God, I can't think of it. But it's like you don't have to. You wear it around your neck and you could hear. But it's like a Bluetooth that you wear around your neck. You don't have to wear it in your ear, but you can wear it around your neck.
Oh, I wish I would have paid attention to those.
The aunties love that. They blink like Bluetooth, but they wear them around their neck.
Oh, so it looks like they're at a rave.
It like, you know how you used to wear your headphones back in the day? Like when you would take them off your head and just wear them right here?
That's what it looks like. Oh, okay. I'm going to pay attention now.
Yes, please do.
All manners of leather pants and open-toed shoes. Because you know the aunties are like, it doesn't matter if it's cold outside. I'm wearing my shoes. So like it was definitely like jackets. It was definitely my like a playground for me, like mentally. I just couldn't get enough of what was around me. It was so stimulating. But it just led me to this place where we were having this conversation. I'm like, damn, I feel too young for certain things or too young in certain settings. Not that I did not enjoy the hell out of myself or feel like I shouldn't have been there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely was one of the younger fans. And then too old for other things. Like, I just feel like I've aged out of a lot of things. And so even the progression of how we have fun and how we vacation as girlfriends, like, remember back in the day when you get a hotel room and everybody puts in $30 and you know what I'm saying? You've got 8 bitches sleeping on you know, one double-sized bed and another, you know, 7 on another one and somebody's on the floor, and it's because you all had every intention of going out. You weren't going to be in the hotel room anyway. And now we've progressed to this, you know, then so you were out, you go to the club, and then I know I did the club early. Then you start getting tired of the club. We hit the lounges. So we did the lounge part of our life.
And then it got too loud in there. Like,
it got too loud. So then, you know, we're like, okay, bet. So now here comes brunch.
And now, like, you know, we drink a lot earlier than we used to, right?
Oh, yeah.
We used to be drunk and close the club down. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? 2 in the morning, we still taking shots, right? But then you started going to the lounge or happy hour. You was drinking in the evening, in the nighttime, right? Then it's like, okay, that's too much. We've got to bump up this drinking. I've got to be finished drinking by 4 p.m. Why? Because I've got things to do tomorrow. So we hit the brunch stage. And we still, you know, we're still kind of in that brunch stage now. Like, that hasn't gone. But then there are times where first of all, my Sunday mornings are getting my child ready for dance class. Like, that's what we do. We go to dance every Sunday at noon. Like, that's just what it is. But, you know, it's just looking at like the progression of your life and how things change and how your desires change. And Keia had an idea, and we said we were going to tie these 2 conversations together, and she's already touched on it. But gift giving ideas for your JV friends, your JV auntie friends.
That's it. So go ahead, sis.
So I got a couple of things here that I think are a part of your JV auntie starter kit.
And we have to shout out Toya.
Oh, yes, because Latoya of the Analog Girl podcast, everybody check her out. We'll want to include the link as well. But Toya did a gift-giving guide for persons who are struggling with anxiety, things that you might be able to get someone who you know may have been having some challenges with their mental health and managing stress throughout the year, gifts that you might give them to kind of facilitate that. Awesome ideas on that. Actually, I borrowed some for our gift guide, but check it out. It's going to be dope. That inspired us to think about a gift-giving guide for getting grown. Yes. Since we're figuring out adulting, things that have helped me kind of manage adulting and the terror that it brings. And, you know, also, like Jay said, manage this phase of life where I'm aging out of the things that you know, I once thought were, you know, lit, like the club. Yeah. And aging into, you know, things that are just better suited for my life and my priorities right now, like brunch. Yes. So I've put together the JV Auntie starter kit and just want to give you guys some insight and some things. If you have someone who you feel, you know, you have a friend or a loved one or even a romantic partner who you feel like might subscribe to some things that I'm going to mention, you know, it just might be just kind of like a one-stop shop for you. Just kind of run through some things that might be awesome gifts. So Let me pull up my little Amazon wish list here. The starter kit begins with a fabulous robe.
Oh,
you must have a fabulous robe. Now, it has to be a robe that's fabulous to you, because there's those of us who like our robes warm and cozy because we're cold. Other people like to walk around their house like Blanche Devereaux, so they get more of a caftan, a wealthy white woman kind of robe. Yes, so it's got to be, you've got to have something, or you might need both, because we go through moods, right? So you might want to get a robe for when it's cold and you just want to kind of be, and it's more giving you more of a Harriet Winslow kind of aesthetic. Or you might want to be, like you said, like I said, a Blanche Devereaux or a Diane Carroll. Somebody who's just fabulous, like a Whitley Gilbert.
Mama from Mama's Family. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? And
just a good house coat.
Muumuu.
Yes, a good house coat. You know what I'm saying? You want to get that together. You want to get that together because that is essential to your JV auntie status.
Absolutely.
Another thing, JV aunties like myself, we like very practical gifts that we can use.
Talk about it.
Things that are going to help us feel better. Things that are going to give us peace and actually take things away from our to-do list. I'm speaking about myself specifically. So a practical gift. Consider, gift cards are often deemed impersonal and, kind of like last minute. And that may or may not be the case, given the person and the personality that's doing the gift giving. But there are gift cards that you can get that will be most helpful. So I'm thinking along the lines of childcare. Get somebody a babysitter. Get somebody a babysitter so that they might have some time to themselves. And another thing that I think is an amazing idea, if you Molly Maid and other...
Oh my God, I had that on my list.
Absolutely. Other kind of house cleaning businesses often offer services and specials for gifts throughout the year. If someone, pay somebody to come into this house,
look up a Black-owned cleaning company.
Absolutely.
And pay for a deep cleaning for a friend. I had that on the list.
Absolutely.
Also,
pay. Just pay. That would be the gift that would keep on giving. I might weep if somebody were to give me something like that. Jesus Christ.
Cry tears if they hired somebody to come in here and clean my baseboards.
Or like a free oil change or something. Like something that's going to help me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's my kind of carrying on right there.
If you have a friend who is they're trying to get their home together and they're doing different things, you can get them a home goods gift certificate. I mean, a gift card. Look at me, gift certificate. You can get them a Home Depot gift card. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there are really people who are getting ready to really do things around their home, get them something practical that is going to take stress off of them.
Absolutely. Another amazing gift card. I know we've done ads for them. Talkspace also has gift cards available.
Yes.
If you know someone who has been thinking or talking about, maybe trying therapy, that's an awesome practical gift as well. And in the spirit of self-care, something nice. Someone can do like a nice at-home facial kit. Get somebody some bentonite clay, or get somebody, a mask, or you can even, Amazon has wonderful facial steamers. Make somebody a nice little kit. Get them a bath bomb and some nice lotion and scrub, and just kind of help them to kind of unwind. Absolutely, absolutely. That's awesome too. And another thing that I have kind of that I'm currently in a relationship with my weighted blanket, so I feel like I want to share and tell of the goodness of the weighted blanket and what it has done for me.
Cheating on my husband with it. Let me talk to you about it.
And I was skeptical because Chris used to talk about it all the time, and I'd be like, I don't really understand. But as someone who, we're all busy women, we all have things to do. And I know one of the things that I struggle with is turning my mind off and really unwinding at the end of the night. And weighted blankets are ideal for persons who are, managing different levels of stress or have trouble focusing their attention, and are struggling with insomnia. The weight of the blanket, much like, you swaddle a baby, much like you soothe the baby by patting them on his back, it just gives the effect presence or physical touch in a way that settles and soothes you and helps you to really kind of unpack and unwind and detach and dissociate from the stress of your day. So my weighted blanket is a mainstay now. Like, I don't know. I'm actually thinking about buying one for my mom so that I can have one when I go see her for the holidays. Because I mean, you can't carry. No. I don't know if I can carry. You can't carry it with you because it's 15 pounds. But
unless you're not gonna carry, unless you're only
anything
carrying
else.
like 30 pounds of clothes,
right? So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think that that's also a good idea. One of the things, and this is kind of a throw in at the last minute for me. These are gifts that you might suggest, or if you not even suggest, but for Bae, gifts from Bae. JV Auntie gifts from Bae. And we've talked about this before because I've talked about how my love language is help. Mm-hmm. Similar to right along the lines of like the giving somebody a gift certificate to get their oil changed. I believe I'm going to establish a precedent in my relationship for a ask me what you need voucher.
Sis.
So like whatever I need, and it's my voucher to use whenever I need it. So whatever that may be, I may need you to pay a bill. I may need you to give me a booty rub. I may need you to do, I may need you to fix something. I may need you to pick me up from somewhere. I may need you to, whatever I need you to do. I may need you to shut up. I may need you to leave for a day. And it is my right to use my what I need voucher when I want to, whenever I need to. And I think that that's an awesome gift. You can actually say, I think there's cute ways to do. You can give somebody a book.
Laminate it. Yeah.
Yes, you give somebody a book of coupons. You can say, you have 5. You can have, you can have one physical. You can have one financial. You can have one, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's ways that you can be creative about that. But I think that would be a really cute gift that I would love to receive because I mean, you at the time you receive your gifts, you always don't know what you want or what you need until you need it. Absolutely.
I'm a huge fan of a DIY gift along with a purchased gift, but I am a huge fan of a DIY gift. Yeah. You could put a down payment on somebody's trip if you know they've been talking about a trip that they've been wanting to take.
That is awesome.
You can always donate and let them know, like, hey, I'm giving you this toward this. You know what I'm saying? Be thoughtful and intentional in your gift giving. A payment towards a service that they get regularly. So I know Keia gets her eyelashes done frequently. I know she gets her nails done. I know she gets her hair cut.
Because I'm not a part of that. I didn't receive that do-it-yourself anointing. I'm a firm believer in pay a professional. That's my spirit animal. I pay a professional.
And I love that about you.
Absolutely, I'm willing to pay a professional.
So getting somebody like Keia, paying for one of their haircuts or paying for 2 or 3 of their haircuts or paying for them to get their nails done one time or to go get a set of eyelashes. That's really thoughtful because that takes the stress. Now she's got money freed up. She's like, oh, I don't have to worry. Or if it's a time when times are hard and she's like, oh, wait a minute, I got a voucher. Or you know what I'm saying?
Pay somebody's parking. You know what I'm saying? Pay for somebody's Metro card for the month. Help, assistance. These are the things that JV aunties need. I can speak for myself. Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Things that you know that I love. I think the key to JV auntie gift giving is that they are thoughtful and intentional and that they reflect a level of relationship where it shows that you listen to me and you are interested and engaged in wanting to love on me in the ways that I need to be loved. So It's more than just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than just doing the common and conventional things. And I think that's why, that's real romance. That's real love. That's real consideration. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Jade. So I feel like I want to give Jade gifts that I know that she will use. So my gift to Jade might be like, I'm coming to New York one weekend and I'm watching Noah and you interested can go to brunch.
I mean,
that would you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like those are the, just being intentional about your gift giving. and doing more than just, socks and sweater sets.
Yeah. If you know
and
somebody
those
who's
kinds of
working out
things.
frequently, get them some workout clothes, get them some sneakers, like go out and get them a little, putting together packages for people. Like people love like a gift basket. You get somebody some workout leggings and a couple of, sports bras and a pair of sneakers or whatever for them to work out in, some cross trainers. That is a really thoughtful gift.
Yes, girl. And I don't know. I don't know how. Are you done? Or we have more to discuss? But I feel like we should end this with a gift that never stops giving, and one thing that will always be greatly appreciated: cash.
Ooh.
Listen, I'm not one of those people who think that cash is inconsiderate, honey.
Period.
Period.
What? I prefer, that is my preference. What are you talking about?
Actually, you know what I'm saying?
I love a gift card and I love cash.
I love it.
I love
Nothing
it.
beats
Do what I
it.
want. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
So yes, so be thoughtful, be intentional with your gift giving. It doesn't have to be that difficult. Just listen to your loved ones, see what it is that they need. You got somebody who is doing a bunch of stuff around their house. They just bought dressers and shelves and things like that. Hire a handyman off a TaskRabbit for them for a day. You know what I'm saying? Just be intentional all the time, actually. Be all the time,
but especially this holiday season. Let's love on each other with purpose.
Absolutely.
And, don't give me nothing from Forever 21.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
And let's move on to these honesty boxes.
Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Support for today's show also comes from Thrive Market, an online marketplace that's on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. You'll get access to thousands of the best-selling organic foods and natural products at 25 to 50% off below traditional retail prices. Whether you're vegan, gluten-free, or feeding a family, you can choose from 80-plus qualities to get everything that you need, including non-GMO products, fair trade, certified, and BPA-free. From organic almond butter to lavender essential oil, Thrive Market carries everything you need. They have pantry staples, cleaning products, sweet treats, the best snacks, and much more at such an affordable price.
You all know how much I love Thrive. I love Thrive for the zero waste packaging, everything. It just takes all of the clutter out of my recycle bins. The inventory, like all of the products, you can get lavender essential oil, like Keia said, you can get snacks, you get organic snacks, you can get almond butter. The delivery is quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then my favorite thing, the mission statement. For every paid membership, a free membership is given to a low-income family, public school teacher, military veteran, or first responder. So I absolutely love Thrive. I love everything that they're about. I love my essential oils. You all know I need my essential oils. Like, I have to have them. So I used to get them, elsewhere. But now I get them off of the good old Thrive. And now with our special link, Thrive Market is giving you an extra 25% off your first purchase, plus a free 30-day trial. That's 25% off the already low prices that Thrive Market offers. Just go to thrivemarket.com/grown to access this discount. That's thrivemarket.com/grown to access this discount.
Honestly?
Truly.
Okay, so we have an honesty box this week, and then we also have a couple of follow-ups, like some fun, embarrassing stories based off our conversation from last week. So, our kitchen table talk. So let's get into this honesty box. My big baby is 16 now.
Okay.
But since she was born, I've referred to her as Cece. Cece Monster, Cece Bear, and as she got older, it's sometimes just C. Okay. Several years back, my auntie and uncle, who had major fertility issues, lost a child and decided to go back into foster care. They took in a cute little girl, just adorable and a sweetie. My issue that I just can't get over is that my auntie started calling this child Cece.
Oh, girl.
She even at one point started calling... I don't want to get too personal, so that's why I'm keeping it general. But this ain't no long distance auntie in another state or far removed. She's married to my uncle and we are close. Like, they're at my parents' house weekly. I've known her all my life. They were there for every party, milestone, and whatnot. We're at family gatherings and they're calling her Cece and confusing her they're talking about. I told my parents that I was livid, but I've never said anything to my aunt. I love her, and because of her loss, I tried to be sensitive to that, but it still gets under my skin when I see or hear her referring to this child's name by my baby's name. I refuse to call that child anything other than her birth name. My parents know not to call her that around me or my child. Am I crazy for being upset and having resentment for my aunt doing this? It's not like I'm walking around mad or mistreating my little cousin or aunt, but every time I hear her called Cece, I guess she thought she's spelling it different matters, I get annoyed. It aggravates me. I just finished reading a Facebook post where my aunt referenced her as Cece, and I had to get this off my chest. I usually vent on Facebook or IG vlogs, but I can't really do that. So ladies, help me get over myself. I'd love to hear an outsider's view. And I hope you guys have a show closer to where I live. I cannot go to New York, and I missed the New York live show by an hour because of a late flight. Oh, we're so sorry. Anywho, love you both like play cousins. Be contagiously blessed.
Come on. Come through.
And she says to call her Petty Isha.
Okay, girl, because that's it. Petty Isha, girl. You know I love you, right? Because you're my cousin. And I don't want you to think that I do not think that your annoyance is completely validated and warranted. Right? I think it's something that is annoying. But I also feel like it's something that, is done. Like, the baby is here. We cannot change her name mid-course. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's done. No. And it is something that is, your auntie definitely could have picked a different name. Unfortunately, she didn't. So it's something that we just gonna have to eat. I don't know how, I don't know. I mean, to me, is it something that will make you roll your eyes from time to time? Sure. Right. Is this something that you might even at some point in your life mention or have a conversation about? Maybe, perhaps. But at the end of the day, is there anything that can really be done about it at this point? As far as from where I sit, nah. Like, it's done. If your aunt had mentioned to you that she would have done this prior to the baby getting here, or, them adopting or taking this little girl in, that would have been a conversation that would have been, appropriate to have at that time. But unfortunately, circumstances did not allow that to happen, and we're stuck.
This little girl knows herself as Cece.
Yeah, so
and
we can't.
You can call her by her government name. Like, that's
absolutely
fine. If you want to do that, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't do shit about it now.
It's done. It's done, and hear me when I tell you that I get that it's annoying.
Oh yeah, no, that was like wild petty of your aunt to do that. Like, let's just be very clear here. Like, we totally get you being aggravated. However,
yeah,
you can't do shit about it. So
like,
you're welcome to always. It's done. Here.
Yeah, like if you can feel free to let us know, keep us apprised of your frustration and how you're managing it. But I just feel like it's petty. Because, I mean, like, what you want her to do? She can't change her baby's name at this point. It's like, it's done. It's done. Can't,
and she has ingrained CC in this child's head, so this is what she knows herself as. So
it's done.
Unfortunately, y'all just going to have to... Listen, my family has a lot of doubles.
Absolutely.
It just is what it is, and niggas figure out who's being talked to at some point or another in their lives. So, Petty Isha, we get it. We understand.
We stand with you in your pettiness.
We do.
But given we just giving you some perspective that it is annoying. But what can we do about it? Nothing.
Not a damn thing. Ew. I was drinking some peach green tea, and I put it in one of those eggs, and the leaves got in my mouth. Anyway. So we have a couple of listeners who wrote in with some embarrassing moments in response to our kitchen table talk from last week.
I'm excited.
Where Keia and I told you about some of our embarrassing moments in our lives. So we're going to go through a couple follow-ups, a couple people who wrote in with their embarrassing moments. And like we said, we kind of want to keep this going. I even would love to get into doing a response to Honesty Box questions. So like Keia and I always offer our advice or how, our opinion on the Honesty Box questions that are written in. But we would love to be able to share some of the responses that we get in regards to other Honesty Boxes. So maybe we can make that a thing as well. Anyway, It says, hello, Jade and Keia. I must say I love you both, but Keia, I fully understand the embarrassing titty moment. About 16 years ago, yes, I am a true auntie, when my daughter was 10, her Girl Scout troop went horseback riding. Since I was a younger mother, I volunteered to go on the ride with the girls. The ride was great. Then fast forward to getting off the damn horse, I lean forward and my Triple D underwire bra gets caught on the horn of the saddle. I was left dangling from a horse, scared to scream for help because I didn't want to startle the horse. Titties hanging, yet needing to get off the horse. My little cousin sees me finally. I asked my cousin to go get help, and this evil heifer says, nope, this is so funny. I gotta go get my mama.
No.
The ranch hands see me and send one of the women who work there to help me. Needless to say, people are laughing. Everyone has seen my breasts, and my full frontal body has touched a horse. Ew. I can laugh now, but then I was mortified. You're a loyal listener, Triple D.
Ooh, girl. I am so sorry.
Oh, my God. Oh,
that
my God.
sounds dreadful.
I
don't even have no boobs, but triple D's, that's substantial.
So that's substantial. And then on upside down on a horse, that sounds like a porn.
Oh, it sounds painful, honestly. Because, I mean, when you read it, I was like, ouch.
Well, now that I know you're okay, that's why I can continue to laugh. But
oh, girl, I'm so sorry. Please. I am so sorry. Please know that my heart goes out.
Triple D, we're here for you and with you.
We are, girl.
Sorry, I'm the cousin who probably would have laughed.
She didn't go get help first, though.
I know I would have gotten help first, but I would have been chuckling the entire time as long as you were okay. Let's move on to another one.
Okay.
So I work in the sexuality education field, and we're not above our embarrassing moments. I was in the middle of a department meeting discussing research in HIV prevention and how it's not often acknowledged that cisgender women have anal sex. I called it a big gaping hole in research. I didn't realize the connection in my words until the entire department and the guest speaker started laughing. Oy vey. Okay. I will do one more. I'm sorry. That is hilarious. Big gaping hole. I hope not. Okay. We have another listener who wants to share an embarrassing moment, and we'll make this our final one. Okay, so I graduated from the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University in 2015 with my master's in clinical mental health counseling. Girl, is this a graduation shout out or an embarrassing story? I'm just playing. My cohorts and friends graduated together and all had family coming in from out of town. A friend that had a house locally and agreed to host our loved ones. We all wore African print dresses and were cute. My dress, however, was a little short and a gust of wind blew through this outdoor cookout. Well, my dress flew up, exposing my stripped panties. Oh, striped panties, yeah.
What in the
Sorry,
world
typo. I was wondering the same thing. I was like, are they crotchless? Exposing my striped panties. Everybody laughed. Men, women, children, and grandmas, everybody. I was mortified but had to laugh, and the guest soon discussed my underwear choice and stated that I took you as more of a lace girl.
Good times.
Hope laughing at my pain brings you all joy. Can't wait for the next episode. So those were some of the embarrassing moments that we got. We got a few more, but we had to keep it brief.
We can be in community around the
humiliation.
You know what I'm saying? The things we have been mortified by throughout our lives.
Absolutely. And it is what it is. We all get embarrassed at some point or another. So we thought that would be fun to read some of the embarrassing moments. But we can move on along to our petty peeves, even though Petty Isha already started them for us.
Yes, she did. Okay.
And I want to be very responsible of the things I say to my sister, because everybody know I can be real petty. P-E to the T-T-Y, honey.
It's time to put our petty on parade. My petty peeve this week, again, is not that petty like last week. Mm-hmm. It is more of just an aggravation, and I'm going to use this as a vent space.
Okay.
So, go to check my bank account. I'm saying all this to say, let me just say this first and foremost. Check your bank statements, check your accounts, check your online banking, and make sure you know everything that's happening. Because I could have easily missed this. So I see an Airbnb charge for $113. So I'm like, okay, well, I have a reservation for an Airbnb this weekend in DC, but that's under Fran's name. And I sent, like me and Fran, Fran handled all of that, and then I just sent her money or whatever. So I'm like, I haven't reserved any more Airbnbs. I'm not going anywhere just yet. Like, I haven't planned anything. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to check on this. So I call Airbnb and realize that also in my account, my financial information is not attached to my account at all. My card's not attached. Nothing's attached. Because I don't ever have to book the Airbnbs. So I'm like, okay. Because I thought maybe it might be something in relation to cleaning fee. I don't know. Whatever. Call Airbnb. They have nothing attached to my account. So they're like, no, this is definitely something fraudulent and you need to call your bank. But we're going to open an investigation on our end to let you know, to figure out how your card was charged or whatever. Call my bank, do the dispute and all of that. But my petty peeves this week are for hackers. Because I feel like my information was compromised probably through, because I heard that sometimes there's issues through Postmates or Apple Pay. Like, it could be any manner of whatever. But what y'all, like, an Airbnb do you really think that they're not going to find out who you are?
Troubling. Like,
it's attached to some sort of account. You have to physically go there and stay. Do you think they're not going to figure out that you used my information for your little hocation? Like, I'm super irritated. I'm super irritated with people that steal from other people. I am not a perfect person. I do a lot of wrong in my life. I say a lot of wrong and I think a lot of worse. But I don't steal from people, man. Come on. You don't know what's going on. And thank God, like, that I wasn't relying on that last, $113 for my life or what have you, because I have to sit here and go through the dispute. I'm not going to get my $113 back for some time now. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to do the dispute. You have to go through all the steps. Why do y'all steal from people? You're disgusting. And you're motherless. So that's my petty peeve this week. Thieves.
Agreed. Mine is probably not as Mine is probably not as, I don't know. I'm losing the word right now. It's probably not as petty either, right? That's what I'm trying to say. It's probably not as petty. It's more of an annoyance. And an observation. So I was having a conversation when I was getting my hair colored this weekend.
Which looks great, by the way.
Thank you so much. It's birthday season.
Yes, come on, Golden Lord.
So we were talking about how it seems like guys from certain areas, I don't know if it's area specific here, but that's my friend who broached the conversation. That's how she framed it. So she was like, it seems like guys from certain areas, I don't know if I'm not going to out her. Well, I'm not saying her name, so I guess I can. She says that guys in DC are more she said that they're more apt to approach you than a guy from Maryland. So she was like, guys from Maryland, she's having a conversation with her friends. She said guys from Maryland have a tendency to just stare you down. They're not going to approach, but they will stare you down almost as if they are waiting for you to say something.
Oh, no.
So I guess that resonated with me because I feel like that happens to me a lot.
Frequently.
In that guys are not always forthright or like, to me, it seems like aggressive or even assertive is probably a better word in expressing their attraction to me. So like, I'm the kind of girl that, you'll see me, we'll be in the same space. This often happens, especially like at like places like church, right? Or like you'll go out or the barbershop or those kinds of things, right? You go out, you'll be around a guy for a long time, an hour and a half, 2 hours, y'all be in the same space. And they don't say anything to you there, but your DMs will be, they will implode your DMs.
That's weird.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like kind of creepy and scary
Yeah, like I was watching you.
Yeah. And I mean, and even in the moment, the act of watching you can be weird, right? Because especially for somebody like me who watches a lot of ID channel, lots of SVU, where, I am, it's off-putting when you notice someone who was literally burning a hole in the side of your face, but won't ever say anything to you. So, I mean, I'm saying it's not petty, and I don't even know if I have like a formal complaint. It's just more of kind of like an observation that my friend helped me to kind of put words to and express. And it's like, why is it that happens so much? And I mean,
niggas to act like social media doesn't exist. Like, back in the day, ask somebody for their phone number, call them, have a conversation, make a plan. I'm just trying to figure out what's so hard about niggas like carrying out the steps and making a plan to take somebody out on what's so difficult about that?
I just think it's just something that I have experienced quite a bit, and it's just that is really interesting.
See, this is
but
why
I will
niggas
say,
need to go to therapy. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it resonated with me also because I have been able to see the difference between guys from DC and guys from Maryland. Like, I have lived that. So, like, guys from DC will walk up to you and say all manner of things, right? Good, bad, indifferent. And I think that's just, I don't know what that's a function of, but that is definitely a thing. It doesn't seem like guys from other areas, I'm not even just going to call out Maryland, but it doesn't seem like guys from other areas
Queens
are that fair enough, right? True. Because, I mean, you could even probably make that comparison between Brooklyn and Queens.
Yeah, because this is what it is. It's the suburban niggas. So, like, the pretty-ass niggas, like, they want you to approach them. You know what I'm saying? Or they're just too pussy to come up and say anything to you. Sorry, excuse my crass language. But they just are. Like, why are you going to look at me all day and then you're going to hit me up on a DM? First of all, how'd you even find my social media? Like, that shit is strange to me. Even young men who now ask me in the train station, like, what's that IG? What are you even saying to me right now?
And the fact that someone will ask you for your IG before they ask you, like, for your number,
it's troubling.
We are living in the end time. but yes. So,
the end is nigh.
It is just like, keep your lamps trimmed and burning, children.
Stock your water and your canned goods,
Listen,
nigga. It's coming.
It's coming soon. But that's totally a thing, right? That happens to me a lot. And that's happened churches and other places where that's been, guys who I've grown up with, guys who I would see week after week after week after week after week at different places will wait until I moved away to say.
It's awkward or like, I don't know, scared of rejection, but you need to deal with that with a therapist. But don't be a weirdo. Like, don't watch me and then hit me on social media or whatever later. Don't text me.
And guys say weird things. And I mean, some girls might think it's cute. But like a dude will say, like, I'm obsessed with you. I'm like, that is not endearing.
That's weird, son. Like, that is creepy.
That's scary, actually, a little bit. Thank you so much.
I'm obsessed with you.
I'm obsessed with you. I'm like, what?
Like, sir, I watch way too much Snap for you to be using that vernacular. Switch it up and come back later. No.
Listen, it's way too many missing black women for you to be talking about.
It really is.
You have an obsession. And I mean... And I don't know. I'm sure some guys are going to be like, y'all are doing too much. We can't say nothing to y'all.
No, that's not what it is, nigga. I want a man to come up. Well, I don't want a man to come up. But you know
personally,
what I'm saying? Like, I wanted a man to come up and like, that's how I want to be approached.
I feel like this is my belief. But I feel like niggas do what they want to do. If a nigga want a pair of sneakers, if a nigga want to go on a trip, if a nigga want a job, there is a certain level of intention that niggas express about things, but that level of intention seems to dissipate when it comes to relationships, and that is a question. But we need to wrap up because I don't want to lose the episode.
All right.
So let's bid the people adieu.
Okay, so you all drink your water, mind your business.
And moisturize because your black will crack if it's dry.
Bye, see you next week.
Bye.